So we got a Patreon listener question from the Gray Skull. He asks, what do you think the future will bring for third-party transformers? Do you feel companies are running out of ideas, or will they have to be creative to make some money to keep our interest for the next 5 years to come? Okay, this has actually come up, like I guess in bits and pieces when we've discussed third-party stuff. I've always felt that they've always had to evolve third-party companies because I mean, as much as we always go, oh, here we go again, another set of combiners that we've got 50 times over, and to be fair, we still have that happening. Like now we have more Protectabot combiners coming. We have more Aerial Bot combiners coming now, done in a masterpiece scale.
Yeah.
I feel that there's like an evolution that's going on with the buying habits of fans, which is when classics was the go-to for a lot of people and everyone was collecting classics and making their classic shelves and their classic displays of G1 characters. Third party was doing a similar scale of that of combiner teams. We had, Uranus and all the guys of the different combiners, Car Crash and for Menasor and stuff like that. So they were doing classic X kind of
classic
generations,
deluxe.
deluxe, Voyager, that in between
Hmm.
combiners and figures of that kind of thing. Even when you look at what Fans Project was doing with their armors, it was meant to work for your classics toys and stuff like that. That's where the fandom's mind was then. The evolution now has gone to that now a lot of people are abandoning a majority of their classic stuff and focusing mostly on Masterpiece now, because now the Masterpiece family has grown so much that you could almost now make an Autobot 84 85 team display
Right.
with and I'd even give the argument a good chunk of the 86 guys, because now we have Rodimus, now we have Hot Rod, now we have Ultra Magnus. I get a feeling down the line we're going to probably get Cup, we're going to get Blur, we're going to get RC.
Do you think
So
we're gonna get Springer,
or
or is
Springer.
just or just kind of unfeasible because
I
you
could see
can't?
it. I could see it. I could say never, especially when it comes to that stuff.
Okay.
And Springer, while he wasn't as big as an important character in Japan as he was for us, because the '86 movie we got, and Neil Ross did a great job with that voice. Where if
Hmm.
they didn't get the '86 movie until much later, so all they had was pretty much season 3 Transformers 2010 and Headmasters, where he had a much smaller role. But the point being is that I totally see the evolution of the buying habits of fans, and third party always evolves to that. So all this stuff that we're seeing now of combiners still, it's now we're doing a masterpiece scale combiners. Now
Yeah.
we're doing an Omega Supreme that's absolutely massive,
Hmm.
to go with your masterpiece scale stuff. So he's just
Yeah.
towering over everything. Even with your full size, let's say MP1 Optimus, it still works with that because it's just so huge.
One other thing I do like is that you get people going. You got some third party going the opposite direction with Iron Factory. They're coming out with their own combiner stuff,
Well,
and
just sorry to cut you off there. That goes
yeah,
with
yeah.
that goes into the second part
Oh, okay.
of
Excuse me.
of well of what Grayskull said, where it's like, or would they have to be creative in order to survive? That's where I think the creative part kind of steps in, where it's like, instead of you have to do something to catch the attention, and Iron Factory is, I feel it falls into that creative bucket, where it's like,
Yeah.
we're going to do this instead,
We're
something
gonna
that's
do we're gonna do Scouts, a whole size line that they just discontinued.
yeah, more or less,
Which
you know what I
which
mean?
is the size line I loved.
A
It's
lot
like,
of
oh
people
cool,
loved.
I could put this on my desk, and people can come by and look at it. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's not like, oh no,
Not
don't
too
touch that.
expensive, not too complicated, not too simple.
Yeah, it's
But
just right there.
it hit every, in a lot of ways why people like Deluxe as their go-to. Scout was also kind of that same bubble that
Hmm.
people would enjoy. And and when he said, like, are they running out of ideas? Oh, I believe so. I believe that they're hitting this point now where they're realizing, yeah, we could go into 87, 88, 89, 90 characters, but what is the market for pretender landmined in the third party? What is the market for, maybe not a bludgeon per se,
Hmm.
but let's say like some of the Micromaster characters,
And
or
they have done. I know. Remember, DNA did their kind of. I guess would it be a masterpiece bludgeon, like a more complicated,
yeah, well,
awesome looking bludgeon?
Bludgeon is one of those few pretender characters that kind of, with if you lump in like let's say Metal Hawk and a few others, that they almost precede their gimmick. They're
Hmm.
not just known to be a pretender. They're a top tier character.
Yeah.
Like especially Bludgeon. Bludgeon, I feel, people tend to almost forget that he was a pretender. It's
Yeah,
there's
exactly. Because I
people.
mean, after that revealed the shield toy, no, was
Yeah,
it
it was
lumped
Reveal the
in?
Shield.
It was revealed.
It
I
was
thought it was lumped in with one of the
I think it was lumped in with the
movies.
movie stuff, but I mean,
Yeah,
I think that whatever Transformer 2010 that
yeah.
that line was, Reveal the Shield, Transformer 2010.
And it seems like that particular toy has set the tone, set the. This is what Bludgeon is now. Because now even in the new show RID, we have like the little small warrior class Bludgeon. That's basically that. It's like
Oh
kind
yeah,
of a weird face tank,
yeah.
but it's still. And then when he transforms, he still looks like that Bludgeon.
And it's
And
that
then even yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
on.
What were you gonna say? No, I was gonna say it's that evolution of that character,
Hmm.
where it's to me they're looking at what hasn't been done, and it's a lot less of a guarantee. I mean,
Right.
look how many Springers we got from different third-party companies. But the thing is that Springer's a popular character that has
Hmm.
more of a guarantee than Octo Punch or
Yeah,
any random Micromaster, or I mean any of the UK obscure characters, whether it be like
hmm
Skyquake or
but
Stalker,
I kind of want to counterpoint you where you're saying they're kind of running out of ideas. I remember not too long ago we just saw one of the third party toys doing, hey, what if we did a mix of Zoids and uh, Transformers slash G1 slash
well, that's where
Beast Wars? That's
again
like,
again that's where I say they jump more into the creative bucket again, because
yeah,
what they do then is we're going to take those characters that are always guaranteed to do well, going back to 84, 85, 86, but giving them a new design in order to make it seem like, well, you're not just buying Hot Rod that turns into a car again.
yeah.
Now we're going to do
Well,
Hot Rod that turns into a bull,
I'm
or
hoping that
wolf or anything.
the person that made that Doshinden is getting a little hookup or at least a little some, like credit or
I'm
at
pre-
least credit. That's what I'm
I'm pretty
hoping.
sure he's probably helping with a lot of the designs. I would
I would
not be
hope so.
surprised. But again, it's to me, I feel that the future right now, like if I had to take a guess what the future of third party is right now, in the next 5 years, we're going to see more IDW inspired designs, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I think that sooner or later they're going to have to just buckle and start looking at Beast Wars seriously.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we just had this discussion about Dinobot. Let's say, you know, they stop after, like, they do Dinobot, they do Megatron, and then that's it, right? Like they do Beast Wars, Megatron, then they just, they take a sabbatical from all of this. Then that's going to be third parties, opportunity to go, hey, let's do Black Arachnia. Let's do Tarantulas. Let's do, they could really step into that void and fill the hole. I mean, look, we already have that Optimal Optimus from Gorira,
Hmm.
and that sold very well and was very popular. But again, that's the Optimal Optimus. It's still more mechanical. It's still more transmetal. It's still more what they're used to doing, where it's not that trans organic stuff that is season one Beast Wars characters. So,
And
but
I also wonder if stuff like other movies that come out like Jurassic World, like Jurassic Park's making a little bit of a comeback too. Does that have an effect? Like, hey guys, Jurassic Park's out. Check out these Transformers that are dinosaurs as well. Like maybe that might hit a little niche as well. Like, ooh,
well, let's put it
I
this
remember
way.
dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were cool. Ooh, robot dinosaurs. Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way, okay? And I'm glad that you brought it up. Dinobot back in 1995 was directly influenced by that Jurassic Park movie, the very
Yeah.
first one.
Exactly.
We have a Jurassic Park movie in the summer of 2018. We have a Dinobot toy in Japan coming out in the summer of 2018. So if anything, it's not a coincidence.
Hmm.
It's it's just well thought out planning.
Like I'm just
And
saying, the iron's kind of hot.
yeah, it
The
is. It is.
iron's you
Again,
couldn't have planned it out better.
to me, the next 5 years, and not to mention the talk of what's happening right now with, let's say, After Power of the Primes and how it might be Beast Wars toys and stuff like that, I could totally see them going that route, and third party filling that void, like seriously filling that void completely. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else, like, but that's what I truly feel the next 5 years would bring.